Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Fratello Talks, the weekly short-form podcast where we skip the intro and jump right into it. I'm your host Nacho, and I'm joined this week by my colleagues
RJ
and
Lex.
And this week we're here to round up some of our favorite releases from 2023. Yes. We're here to talk about the best watches released this year. So far, it's October, end of October, as we record this, but so we're getting to the end of the year. There might be some surprises still, but I think we're gonna talk about our favorites, some of our highlights, and I think we've each prepared a little list.
Yes.
But before we jump into that, let's do a wrist check. Lex, what's on your wrist today?
My humongous Chrono Swiss Time Master on a green ABP strap.
Freshly serviced.
Freshly serviced. Really happy with this beautiful monster, this luminous monster.
Very nice. Yeah. Very, very nice. How big is it?
44. But of course, with the crown, it's 87.
Okay, it's a lot of crown.
Yeah.
It's a lot of crown.
It's a
whole onion.
It's a whole onion. Yeah, I'm saving it for when
for when you cook something tonight. Okay, perfect. And RJ, on your wrist,
it's a Rolex Datejust 1601 from the late 60s.
Can't go wrong with a classic.
Yes,
very nice. Very, very nice. Perfect.
Well, you could actually, but he didn't.
No, but no, exactly. Sure. Maybe there are some classics that you could stumble upon, stumble over. But and I'm wearing the Seamaster.
That's a surprising one. I've never seen you wear that.
Yeah. So I'm wearing it.
It's nice.
It's on a Artem new.
Look
Artem.
at that matchy. That's
no
nice.
Such thing as a coincidence. It's
cool.
So this is it's the new Artem Hydroflex strap, which is partly sailcloth, partly FKM rubber, and very comfy. I like the clash with the sort of the contrast with the black rubber elements, and
because it
works
with the dial and everything.
I hardly see you wearing that watch on the original bracelet. Correct?
Yeah, it's because of the
why?
It's because of the sizing. Sizing. So I need an extra half. I think we've covered this
there
before.
he is again.
That I need to contact the Tolkien estate and all that. So it's just that. So I think I need to send Omega a little email and see if they still have some of those in a drawer somewhere.
That's actually a nice bracelet.
I like it. I enjoy wearing it on the bracelet. I was wearing it earlier this week because actually I'm wearing it all week because Morgan and I are doing a little experiment and we're wearing, because we swap watches all the time. I mean, you swapped watches right before we started the podcast.
Glad it's just watches.
And we're no. So we're just no, but we're not swapping watches. So the thing, we're not swapping. So we're just wearing the same watch for a week, and then that's basically it. And then I don't know. We're just going to see what it's like.
The mental state you're in after wearing the same watch for
maybe
a week.
We push it to a month and just experiment and see what it is. But it's a nerdy endeavor. But we
best watches.
It is. Yeah, let's get to the best watches of 2023.
We got some angry comments in that we talked too much before we got right to the chase.
Did we? Really?
Yeah, one comment.
Oh.
It's
one
the
comment.
same people that said put the badge in, but not today, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, thanks for your feedback. We take it very seriously.
Exactly.
So let's crack on with the show. Perfect. So Lex, list all of the watches released this year.
I have a list of 50.
Okay. Here we go.
I narrowed it down to 50. Shall we just? I know I did 5 actually. I found 5. How many did you?
I have 5 and a bonus.
5 and a bonus. Oh my God! I just have 5 and I am the bonus. Let's just
Perfect.
Actually,
let's kick things off with you.
There's a couple that I really thought long and hard about, but there's also one impulse watch on the list, and that is actually the. I think it was a really no. It's not a Maurice Lacroix. It's something that came out yesterday, or in case you're watching this last week or something like that. I don't know.
Nacho, can you cover the logo on the mug?
Oh yeah, please cover the logo. It's the Panerai Radiomeer Officine PAM 01385. It's the
rolls right off the tongue.
The very it doesn't. Of
course. Is
that
the new one without the sandwich dial?
Oh come on, yes, it is. It is the very brownish Radiomeer that is based on a prototype from 1935. It's a limited edition.
Is that Periscope verified?
No, it's definitely not Periscope verified.
Okay.
But I saw it and I thought, it just looks good. So
yeah, it does look good.
It looks good. I think the price, it's 5,500 euros.
For nothing.
That's a lot of money.
Oh.
I haven't really.
Okay.
It's probably a Valferier movement inside, and yes, it doesn't have the sandwich dial. But as my colleague Nacho explained to me just before we recorded this, it is also not the sandwich dial wasn't yet made in 1935.
Well, that's not what I said. I just said that not
Periscope,
all Panerais.
help us out.
Not all Panerais guys have sandwich
Yeah,
dials.
that's true.
And including my PAM 55, which has the sort of loom-filled.
Yeah. This looks a little bit like a sandwich dial, but then isn't.
They're a little bit more recessed than you might expect.
As I said, it was an impulse thingy. Every now and again, you see something pop up in your screen, and you think, "Oh my god, that just looks good."
Is this their
went
best
to the
release of
Panerai?
the year?
What
is this their best release of the year? Would you say?
I wasn't too excited about their Watches and Wonders releases this year. I remember.
No.
Last year was better.
They
than
had
this
these
year, I feel.
Brunito cased, sort of patinated case. They had a platinum annual calendar. And
the calendario annuale.
Annuale.
Sorry.
You have to be careful when pronouncing it.
I pronounce it with a Napolitan accent. And they never pronounce the U.
Oh yeah,
so it's always annuale.
I also saw it. You also saw it, the white one. They have a boutique exclusive.
Yeah, that's a Luminor. Yeah,
that's
and after looking at that one, I was also kind of, that's also nice. That's 5,700, and it comes on a very cool green rubber strap.
Looks really nice without a date.
Yeah, that's also nice with the old logo on it. Yeah. It was just, every now and again you just see something that, that's nice. I like that. I still
I have 5 of those on my list.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. What do you have? What's your first one on your list? I can see it.
Yes, and it's also on my wish list to purchase.
This is on your Christmas,
I know what it is.
Your Christmas letter to Santa.
No.
Oh.
No, it's this year's Rolex GMT Master 2 in two-tone on the Jubilee bracelet.
Yeah, I get a bonus point.
I was really in love with that watch, and still am. And they're being delivered since a few months, and I think they will be easier to get at some point.
Yeah,
and I have to make some way in my collection, but some space. But I will add one. It's so nice.
Your sneaker collection.
Yes.
Okay.
Sell a couple sneakers and then get that watch.
Fantastic. Yeah, very, very cool. I think we were all in the room when we all first saw it, but you were really, I remember that you were really sort of like, this is nice. Yeah. Like you saw it and right away it was...
I also had that with the root beer one, the rose gold.
Yeah, true.
But
true.
The Jubilee is just so nice on this one. And I like yellow gold a little bit more than rose gold.
Two-tone.
Two-tone.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to work out if I like the gray and black bezel in combination with the yellow gold.
Yeah, for me, I had the watch now on a few times, but the gray is not that apparent in the flash as it is on the pictures.
Okay,
true.
Yeah,
it's just a black bezel if you wear it.
Yeah, that's true. Perfect.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have quite a long list, but we're going to
5.
narrow it down to just a few. I will start with actually the Longines Hydro Conquest GMT, which I thought was quite nice because a lot of these sporty GMT watches tend to have a 24-hour bezel.
Yeah.
We've seen some brands make that move, even switching from a dive bezel to a 24-hour bezel. But I like that watch maintains a dive bezel with the added GMT functionality. I think it's 41 millimeters or 42 millimeters, plenty of water resistance, good bracelet, and it's just a solid...
you prefer it over the Spirit Zulu?
Yes. So I put it in there very explicitly because I had to think about it. I thought, well, the 39 also on the list, very good watch, but I kind of prefer that it's a diver. It's a bit more of a Swiss Army knife. It's a little bit more multifunctional. The other one's it's more inspired by aviation, that kind of thing. But I really like the sort of the diver look with the added GMT. Yeah. So I think that's definitely one of my picks. And I'll sneak one in there while we're pondering.
No,
it's
because you said aviation, and that's a very nice bridge to my IWC Pilot's Watch chronograph 41 Top Gun Mojave Desert. The new 41 millimeter ceramic beige 12,900 euro watch. Oh. I was really in love with last year's white ceramic one, but that was a 43.
Lake Tahoe.
Yep. And this is a 41.
Yeah.
And I remember that a long time ago, I wore the Mojave Big Pilot for a while in a test. And I really liked the colors, but that one is just too big. Right. And this is actually the perfect size.
Would you purchase a ceramic watch?
Yeah,
Do you have one?
yeah.
No.
No, I don't have a. I don't have a ceramic. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm not a brute when it comes to handling my watches, so I can. I think I can.
You don't shower. You're never in the bathroom.
Exactly.
It doesn't drop on the tiles.
It's natural cleansing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm all about. No. But the only thing is, I think it's a tad expensive with a 12,900 euros.
That's engineer money, man.
That's not on my list.
Not quite.
Strangely enough.
Oh.
No, but I think it's yes, it has a bit of a fashion thingy to it, but I do think that the IWC has a long history in pilots watches, in ceramic watches, and
it's well done.
I think it's a very, very well executed watch. And from all the beige or versions, this one actually I think looks the best.
I like that they keep the crown and pushers metallic.
Yeah,
that's a really nice touch because I liked it at Watches and Wonders, the black and white versions that we saw in 41. Those were nice, but black and white, it's a little bit it's nice, but it's a bit basic. And then seeing it in this really lovely tan color, sort of beige color, I also really like that.
Yeah,
so that's
What's your favorite IWC ever?
Oh, that kind of varies, but I'm really fond of the first generation UTC.
Oh,
that is something I really, really like because it was so original for the time.
Those are from the 90s.
Yeah,
that came also on that steel bracelet.
Yeah,
those were nice.
Yeah. And they were the movement was a little bit flimsy. Yeah, it was a little bit, but I think that is and I of course just I love like a standard steel pilot's chronograph, and then with the Valju 7750 with the day and date
double chrono Flieger, so nice.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. But this has, I think this is a really nice combination of a little bit of a modern fashiony kind of touch with original looks. It's a good watch.
Yeah. Perfect. So on to your next pick.
Yeah, I don't have any pilot's watches, I think, but my next pick is the Breguet Classique Repetition Minute.
Okay.
The 7637. We happen to have it here for a review, and
that's marvelous.
I think it's the best Breguet release of this year. The Type 20 is also nice, except for the obvious, and I feel this is more Breguet because the Type 20 is a nice watch and it could have been nicer, agreed, but it's not exclusive to Breguet.
No, of course not.
No.
So. For me, the Classique is the typical Breguet, and this minute repeater is just off the charts.
Yeah, the hand engraving on the back.
The hand engraving really kills it. I saw the press release appearing in my inbox earlier this year, and I thought, oh, okay. And then I scrolled down, and then I saw the movement.
Yeah.
And that hell?
You can maybe throw up some of Morgan's pictures. So that people can have a look.
Yeah,
we'll roll them on the. If you're watching the video, you're seeing them. If you're listening to the podcast, go to the website.
Amazing. I mean, the price is completely out of reach.
260, right?
266 K in euros, including VAT. But it's a stunning piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
What annoyed me a little bit, or not annoyed, perhaps is frustrated, perhaps, is that a brand like Louis Vuitton. They do something together with Recep, and they fly in a bunch of people, including yours truly, to have a look at that watch. They make 10 of them. It's a 500K watch. They create a lot of fuss around this watch.
Buzz and fuzz. Yeah,
buzz and fuzz. And it works because the entire Instagram was packed with that watch. And it is a nice watch, especially... The construction and the movement, it's really well done of the Louis Vuitton and Recep watch. But then I see this Breguet, which is only half price, and there's nothing except an email in my inbox. Yeah. And it's such a missed opportunity by Breguet not to do anything with this watch.
Not enough buzz, not enough fuzz. That would be a great barbershop name, Buzz and Fuzz.
Buzz and Fuzz, and that's what's lacking with Breguet.
I want to be fuzz.
And they did that with the Type 20. And
no,
which
true.
is a much more of a and using this word completely wrong, but it's much more of a basic release from them. I mean, it's a great callback to something that they've been doing for a very long time. But this is like wow, like this is Breguet doing what Breguet does best.
Really stunning, and I don't see how you can convey that message to people without actually having had this watch in your hand, listen to the minute
and the
repeater.
weird thing is, I just before I entered this lovely setting, I got another Breguet press release in my inbox, and I didn't have the chance to open it, but I think I saw something Traditionnel Tourbillon, and just I think 2 weeks ago there was a Marine Tourbillon.
Yes,
so
correct.
It's not that they're not releasing anything.
No, I think I had
but
2 or 3
everything
releases
is so quiet
the last few weeks, but they don't do anything except for the Type 20. Okay, there was a nice event in Paris.
Yeah, that's where the money went.
That's where the money perhaps. But I think these watches also need to be seen in the flesh.
Yeah.
It shows what the brand does. It's we were talking about it the other day, where you think this should be a brand that's up there, at the Lange Patek level of wow, this is incredible. But somehow it's true that the sort of the impact of these releases comes in just a little bit too soft. It feels.
Yeah. On socials, you don't see really anything happening as well. Also,
that's a pity because it's really up there with the best brands in the world.
I agree.
Yeah. So anyway, that's on my list.
Okay, that's a solid pick. So let me check what I will pick next from.
I think
the rest is less expensive on my list.
Perfect. I will go then with our lovely. I'll go with 2 Aquastars. I'll go with the Model 60, just a shout out because I really like that. But I will go with our Fratello LE. Lovely pink dial, the pinnacle of European masculinity. As somebody,
and it fits my. I bought one.
You bought one. It's great.
Yeah, you are the pinnacle of European masculinity.
It's fantastic.
And,
so I thought that was great.
Sense.
I thought Aquastar did some great stuff this year, and little shout out to them.
Funny thing is, we did 2 Aquastars this year. So we did one with a blue dial, light blue dial, and a pink dial.
And was that not late last year? No, that was early this year.
Okay. And the blue dial one sold better than the pink one, perhaps because of the reasons you just gave. Wow. But I think that the pink one was the one for me. So nice.
I agree. Now in hindsight, looking at both of them, it's the pink one really is it's just great. Yeah, it's very cool. And you never see a pink dial diver.
No.
And it's a really great shade. I love it. That's why it's on.
Yeah, it's a good
there we go.
Good pick.
Moving on, Lex.
I have a Bulgari Octo Finissimo carbon gold automatic, 40 millimeters, only 29,000. It's the watch looks like it's made out of marble.
Yeah,
and then with the gold accents, I think that is exactly
looks like my bathroom.
It does look like your bathroom. You have a lovely bathroom,
black marble.
No, what I like about it, because of course the watch is shaped is inspired by Roman architectural shapes, and now if you have that in carbon that looks like marble, it really brings out the architecture.
Yeah. And the brand had done this sort of one-of-one, very complicated, out of actual green marble, with like sort of thin slabs, like some sort of mosaic put together. That was really impressive. But then this follow-up I thought was excellent.
I just
Rome on the wrist.
Light. That's fantastic.
Wow, Rome on the wrist.
There you go. Okay, there's your title.
Fantastic. All right, your next pick.
Oh,
yeah, we're moving. We're moving through them now.
Moving quick.
Picking up the pace.
I picked a watch that I didn't like at first. I saw I saw a press release appearing in my inbox.
Sees a lot of press releases.
Yes, and it's a Seamaster 300M. It's the Olympic 2024 Paris edition.
Yeah.
And I saw the watch. It's steel and moonshine gold bezel with a white dial. And originally it comes on this bracelet, the typical 9-row bracelet, the Seamaster bracelet. Yeah. And I thought, that's too metallic-y if you look at it. But then I was at a golf event in Switzerland, and I met with our friend Cool Side on the Moon on Instagram, Mani. And he bought that watch just a few days before, and he was wearing it on a khaki NATO strap. Yeah. Unreal. So beautiful. And he said, wear it for an afternoon. So I wore it for an afternoon. It's stunning. I could not stop looking at that watch, and I got so many comments from people, like random people on the golf course that had nothing to do with watches, that asked me about that watch. Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, everyone asking me about that watch. What is it? What's the reference number? Like, unbelievable.
Yeah. It has this Yachtmaster vibe.
A little bit.
But it works really well with the gold.
The gold and the white dial. Yeah. That's super nice.
Yeah.
So that's also, besides the GMT Master, that's also on my list, also with next year's Olympics. I think it's nice.
Yeah. That's one worth checking out at the boutique.
Yes.
Because it really changes in person.
They put it on a bracelet, but just close your eyes and think of it on a strap.
Or a NATO. Absolutely.
It's really nice.
Absolutely. Very, very cool. Awesome. My next pick, it's another dive watch. Surprise, surprise. And it's the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Tech Gombessa.
Wow.
Very wearable, very reasonably sized.
No, but
diver,
I think I understand why you picked that one.
I was going to go either with the Orisakis
Pro I thought you would have picked that one.
But I thought there's two dive watches that just sort of take the concept and sort of take it way beyond to the next level this year. And I was a little bit between the two, but Blancpain gets my shout out, and I've mentioned them both now. I got away with it, right?
You wrote the article, right?
I wrote the article, and I was really impressed by that, reading through the press release, because it's great.
But it is an impressive watch.
It's taking the purpose of a dive watch and looking at how divers actually dive today, especially scientific research divers who use rebreathers, which means they can stay underwater for several hours. And a 60-minute countdown bezel is useful, but when you can stay below water for several hours, then having this extra hand that rotates at this special interval and having a 3-hour bezel, then it's useful, right?
It's an impressive watch because it is a tool. It is actually a tool.
During the
evolutionary
episode,
tool.
we spoke about watches sort of having to remain functional instruments, and I think that this is truly like the modern functional instrument dive watch, and it's big. And it's orange and black, but it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I think it's very, very cool.
And it belongs underwater, not on the boulevard
of Mr. Ballesta there. So that's very, very cool. You got to see the
new one,
the third Act 3 of the anniversary. That was also very nice. I think
in almost every aspect of that watch is fantastic.
Yeah.
So for sure, let's leave it at that.
So that was my third pick, I believe. Blancpain, and fourth.
This is your fourth. No, it's your third. Perfect. Because we need to speed this up, right?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I have a rather extravagant choice as well. It is a collaboration between Audemars Piguet and 1017 Alex 9 SM. That is the fashion brand of Matthew Williams, and they did a Royal Oak offshore self-winding chronograph together without any subdials and any indexes.
I thought that was a weird watch,
and I agree. And it's only 115,400 euros. It's in white gold. And I think it just looks the business. I think it just looks awesome. I also really like those black onyx Rolexes without any indexes and everything. I really like that completely.
Brushed metal.
It has that blank face, just like me. It's that's what I like. And it's ridiculously priced and everything, but it does look good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, then I will switch around because I also have an AP on the list. I had it for later on, but let me also AP my way in. It's Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar Ultra Thin.
Fabulous.
They did that in the past as well. I think then it was a RD watch.
Yeah.
And now it's not. It's a collection watch, basically. 41 millimeters. Very thin. Beautiful. Yeah, I saw it earlier this year when I was at AP in Le Brassus. Stunning watch. Yeah. I think for me, that's AP. A complication, super thin. Yeah. And of course, Royal Oak. Royal Oak for me is also AP.
What did you think of that blue ceramic ultra thin perpetual calendar? That was in 2022, I think.
Yeah,
remember that one?
Waco has one, right? He was wearing one last event.
Blue,
the blue
ceramic.
Yeah,
and there's a soccer player in the Netherlands wearing one. No,
I also thought no, and then I saw it in the metal. In the ceramic, I had it on my wrist.
No, it doesn't work for me.
You're on a ceramic kick. Like.
Yeah, I don't like ceramic that much.
I think that it was just a mix of the Royal Oak look with the ultra thin perpetual calendar, and then the shiny blue ceramic. Wow.
No, I love this one, the ultra thin one, beautifully done. Perhaps I love the RD a little bit more, but that's an RD.
Yeah,
but
how do you feel about the dial? Because the dial doesn't have the it doesn't have the tapisserie, so it's a little bit more. It's got a bit of a vignette to it.
It's a bit more flat, but it has so much going on because it's a perpetual calendar. Right. So
the proportions are.
So you have everything on there. Proportion is good. I think the Dutch AP guy Hans, he is also wearing perpetual calendar, but it's a modified one. So he took the dial from gold version and a steel one, or vice versa, something like that. It's really stunning. I like those perpetual calendar APs.
Yeah, they are good.
Beautiful.
I agree.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Num-
Perfect.
number
So
4.
one more. I have to choose because I have a lot on my list, like I said. But I'm going to go with a Gerard Perregaux.
Oh,
It's one that we saw during Geneva Watch Days, and it is the Laureato Absolute Chronograph 8 Tech, which is in very sort of almost IWC fashion. It uses a mix of carbon and titanium. So for you guys have Ceratanium, your IWC, your favorite pick, but this is carbon and titanium using a special technique, this 8 Tech technique that they use, and I just thought it was fantastic. For me,
the first meeting we had, I think.
It's a good watch.
We're right off
agree.
the plane. We had our suitcases. We headed straight forward, and I was really impressed by that watch. And seeing it in person, it was just great. It actually has a sandwich dial with bare titanium underneath. Just fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't usually go for this sort of the high end, but I have to say that was impressive enough that I thought, hey, I could see that on my wrist and absolutely love it. Really, really cool. Really cool.
Speaking of high end, my final one is actually affordable because it's the Tissot Sidral S, the one, the yellow,
yellow
carbon fiber one.
That's nice.
I'm glad you put that in there. That was also on my
It's
list.
so nice, but especially the yellow and black version.
Would you buy the new one or the vintage one? Because both have more or less the same price.
Yeah, but the old one is like
fiberglass.
Exactly.
They're
It's
very,
a fiberglass kind of situation.
They're a bit flimsy.
Yeah,
They have not aged super well.
Yeah, and this one with the carbon fiber that looks nice. There's a Powermatic 80 inside. The dial is cool. It has the
it's
same.
a cool
vibe.
summer watch. It's now autumn, but it's a really cool summer
Really,
watch.
really
I think
like
it was a
that
good
one.
release from Tissot this year.
Absolutely. So that's why
fantastic.
1,095 euros.
Okay, then I have a fifth as well. It's a very recent watch.
Okay.
It's the Tag Heuer. You didn't expect that, right?
No.
Tag Heuer glass box in gold.
Yeah, it's a good looking watch.
It's very cool.
Beautiful.
Very, very cool. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like the glass box with the black dial, with the silvery white subdials, more than the blue one that they released during Watches and Wonders. But this gold one, I think, that's super.
Yeah, it's
super
very
cool.
Yeah, it's
With
very
the black
cool.
subdials, it's
Agreed.
really beautiful.
It does a nice callback to some vintage pieces, and it's just very, very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's also the shape that really matches the gold. Somehow it becomes really like almost cuddly.
Yes,
and
it has
warm
a very
and cuddly creature.
vintage look.
Yeah.
And I think vintage gold watches have a warmer look than modern gold pieces.
And it's a vertically brushed dial, I believe. So it's a little bit like your Speedmaster in that way.
And I really love that feature.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You see a lot of
That's very
sunburst, but vertical brushing, especially with gold, it's
beautiful.
It really works.
And I think the price is around 22k.
21, I think
21K
22.
euro.
Yeah.
I think that's not that for a full gold watch. I mean, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
But a full
don't get
gold,
me wrong,
full
but
gold Speedy on rubber is around it's around 39, I believe.
would be.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And a full gold Rolex sub is, I think, 29,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could only pick 5,
Yeah.
but I want to
Any
give a
honorable
special
mentions?
shout out
Yeah.
to the A. Lange und Söhne Odysseus chronograph.
Okay.
The design as such is not my choice. I would always go for a Lange one or a Zeitwerk.
Right.
Datograph is one of my favorites for sure. But I think the mechanism,
the movement is
chronograph movement is so nice.
I agree.
Anthony de Haas did really a tremendous job there, I think, from Lange und Söhne.
Very true.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. Is this my fifth?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So I am going to go with the watch released this year that I actually purchased. It's not here yet. It gets delivered in January, but it is
So it doesn't count.
Microbrand watch. It does count. It was released in 2023, and it's
count.
the Arcan Ultram, which is microbrand based in, I believe, Manchester in the UK. But it's Kenneth Lamb who has released this second. It's a follow-up to his initial release, the Instrumentum, and it's very cool. It's a titanium GMT with a modular movement that they developed to be able to display 2 time zones with a day night
you showed
indicator
it to
for
me.
each one. and I think it's great. I think Dave has seen it in person. Dave, our head of partnerships, and he was very impressed, and I was very impressed, especially for the price, well below €1,000, and I've picked one up, so we will get.
It looks a bit like the overseas GMT, right?
A little bit, yeah. I think that it has that it has that general vibe. It has this sort of grainy dial. It's got that gray and orange colorway, and
really nicely done.
That for me, that's probably really like a far-fetched grail. That Vacheron. It's a fantastic watch, one that I will probably never own in my life. So this seemed like a nice way to go, and it'll be my first mechanical GMT actually. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Delivery should be sometime at the end of January. So yeah, I think I'll follow up with a little bit of a hands-on.
Cool.
Also something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So little shout out there.
Do you have an honorable mention?
Yeah. Any honorable mentions?
Honorable mention.
Shout out.
Pop up to the.
Oh man!
Does it need to be a watch?
Lex, any tutors that you know?
Oh God! An honorable that is horrible because I really went through a lot and well, I have to say that I already picked an Audemars, but the black reissue of the Beast was also
I love
something
that.
I love the Beast. So very
that would
nice
be for me an offshore to buy.
But was it this year?
It was this year.
You also like the Orlinsky from Hublot.
Very nice.
Titanium one. There was a recent Chrono Swiss, also titanium 41.
Yeah, the chronograph with the skeleton dot. Yeah, that's true. But I haven't seen them in the metal, and I've worn that AP, that black one, and that is just.
What's the price?
80 or something.
80,000 euros.
80.
Yeah. It's an impressive thing, but
it's more than twice the price of the steel one.
But it is absolutely gorgeous. So that would be my honorable mention. But I guess.
Perfect. Perfect. I've done my 5, and I'll give one honorable mention, and it will be to the Rolex Yachtmaster in titanium.
Oh, good watch. Okay. Oh man, that's good.
I like that thing.
Man,
It's Rolex doing something that Rolex probably shouldn't do.
16? Is it 16,000? No, it's no, it's not, because it's engineer money.
Yeah, true.
But it's cheaper than the titanium engineer. I think it's 13. Around 13, 14, and I think the engineer is 16.
I really like that thing.
It's stunning. Yeah, I
took it into a corner at the Rolex booth during Watches and Wonders, and was just taking some pictures and was like, man, this is.
I don't get that watch. I really don't get it.
But that's what I like about it.
And that's probably
that people who like Rolex
get the Rolex Prince in white gold from 2000s.
No,
I get titanium, but use it in the Sea Dweller, because the Yachtmaster was always the luxury version of the Sub.
You're absolutely right.
But that's what Rolex
God, does it looks so good. It's so good with that bezel and everything. It's so good.
I had to do it. I had I had a Sin T50. I had something from Seiko in there, but no, it's got to be Yachtmaster. It's got to be Rolex.
I applaud the Yachtmaster. It's a good watch.
It's a great watch.
Oh man,
fantastic. Perfect. Hey, well, that's our picks for best watches of 2023. Maybe we're surprised from here till the end of the year. Who knows what we'll get for Christmas?
Surprises.
But yeah, that's it for now. So please leave us your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tune in next week for another episode of Fratello Talks. See you then.